Well, I don't understand. This is a guy who totally stepped up, but I almost feel like with Kyrie healthy, he's entirely lost his confidence. I mean, completely out of his game. And I feel like last year, even when he was coming off the bench, he was still up. His playoff Terry. But as soon as he had a shot at starting, he got into this like crazy rhythm with the young guys. There's got to be a division going on here between young and old school. And I wonder where Tatum lands on that. And I also wonder a little bit where Hayward lands on that. Those are the two guys that I think are kind of fencing old school, new school, or old crew, young crew. It's pretty crazy when we're talking about guys who are 27, 28 on this
I know.
team being the old guys, right?
The old guard, yeah.
But having said that, there is like this 19, 20-year-old crew that they know they've got their whole careers ahead of them. They played amazing last year, took them within one game of going to the finals, and Terry by far is just out of his element this year. And his trade value is going down, and it's a contract year. This one is rough. You almost wish they traded him in the offseason unless they 100% plan on keeping him. And if they do plan on keeping him, how do they keep him and Kyrie and Smart and play him all the minutes they deserve, especially with Smart emerging like he is?
Yeah, but see, like that's the thing. Like, I think they know. I think they were trying to go in with as much talent as possible. But I think the real reason to have Terry on the roster is the potential for sign and trade abilities for Anthony Davis. I mean, I think that's the whole reason you keep him. You want to have a little bit more and know that you could keep him as a restricted free agent. Just have more bullets available at your disposal. But at this point, with 42 games into the season, we're a little more than halfway now. I think we have enough of sample size to say he just doesn't want to do it. He just doesn't want to play that role. And the thing is like there was that first game that Kyrie had back where it was like, okay, everyone kind of fits into a spot here. They had a pretty nice game against Indiana. They moved the ball well. I mean, that's the crazy thing about this. I would argue the Indiana game was maybe as good a game as they've had all year. Just in terms of everyone having some positivity, the ball movement, everyone playing defense. I mean, it was nice. And then they go in and put two stinkers up. Like, that's the thing that drives me crazy. Is like, I was never as high on this team as I was after that Indiana game. And I don't think I've been as low as I've been with this team as after this Orlando game. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, totally. It is nuts. And I guess we're done with the ROZIER conversation at this point.
But he's emblematic of that, though, Justin. Like,
yeah, he is.
Like, he and Jalen, when you go through, I'm just looking at Basketball Reference, you look at win shares per 48, okay? Everything is 0.1 or 0.2 except for Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier. Like, it's like, well, okay, except Semi Ojeleye. But, like, you talk about guys who are putting in real minutes. Those two just stand out is clearly a drop below everybody else on this roster. And it's crazy because we know what they're capable of.
We know what they're capable of, but what makes that so difficult is those are the two players that have been the most identified in any kind of a trade. You knew that somebody was going to ask for Brown or Tatum. You knew that Terry was going to get mixed in. Both of those guys had incredible value after the postseason last year. And now here we are wondering what kind of value they have. Terry being trade bait, it's going to take more to get the deal done now.